So there's a general pattern of increased militarisation and
intimidation is the word you're using.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly I'll give you one example. We ourselves organised a protest 2 weeks ago, peaceful protest in the broad light of day on the Black Mountain in Belfast. Now, that mountain is the land, it's National Trust land, but in the middle of it there is a large British Army telecommunications tower. About 30 of our members and supporters organised a sponsored walk with a protest as part of this sponsored walk. When they arrived at the aforementioned communications tower and held literally a short 5-minute protest, they were met with 2 helicopters, 7 armoured jeeps and 30 PSNI personnel in riot gear.
All right, okay.
Everyone was stopped and everybody was searched.
Okay, but in relation to the garrison incident,
Yes.
you said in your statement that British troops are mounting roadblocks, they're raiding homes and farms, intimidating and assaulting people, denying people access to their workplaces.
Yeah.
Have you proof of that?
Right, well, that specifically refers in that particular incident, what we have had is we're receiving reports, and I'm sure you are, of this increased activity, and it isn't just since Garrison, it's prior to Garrison.
Yeah, we have reports of increased activity, but we don't have any reports of people being intimidated, assaulted, or being denied access to their workplace.
Well, so one of the, I don't want to read out the entire statement, but actually that is in reference to a wider escalation in Fermanagh, in particular an incident in Boho back in June, where an area of Boho was effectively shut down by the PSNI. There was farms raided, there was a number of people arrested, a general very sort of heavy-handed operation in Boho back in June. So, and then on top of that now you have this sort of increased activity around Garrison. But as I said at the very start, we aren't saying there's been, specifically in Garrison in the last 2 weeks, that there has been a sort of a military shutdown of the area. What we're saying is that, and it is, the Boho one, for example, the men that were arrested on that occasion, you had unmarked cars, people out of uniforms, some of whom with English accents, who refused to identify who they were. They refused to give identification or identify themselves as police. Now, these are exactly the kind of patterns that were witnessed in the 1980s with units like the Frontal Reconnaissance Unit and the 14th Intelligence, which were similar to the SSR. They're these shadowy, undercover British Army units, and they generally don't, produce identification or carry a banner telling you who they are. But by the way that they operate, people on the ground in Fermanagh and other parts of the north are convinced that these are British Army units, the same type of units that were in action in the 80s during the shoot-to-kill period.
Just very quickly to finish, if the SR are back in Northern Ireland, are they not there for a good reason? And I think it was you yourself who said that there are still latent threats out there, despite what people assume is to be, the peace process has more or less concluded and all is well. But you were telling us yourself only last week that all is not well.
Well, and certainly in, what we're finding in the north increasingly is there is a larger and larger section of the Republican nationalist community are coming to the conclusion that the PSNI are as they were, that they're fundamentally unchanged. They remain fundamentally a sectarian force.
And they're reacting to this, are they?
Some certainly are. That's very clear.
Okay.
We in Ireland have found a very solid stream of Republican activists coming over to Ireland's analysis and coming on board with ourselves. But clearly other Republicans have other views as to how they should pursue the struggle, and it's not something we necessarily agree with.
Okay, all right, we've got to leave it there. Thanks for joining us this morning. That's Brian Leeson, chairman of the AVI.